This conference will now be recorded.
Hello and welcome to the course Insight on Language Integrated Query with Real-Time Examples. This is your host and facilitator N.S. Santosh Kumar. I'm based out of Hyderabad, India. I have 20 years of experience in IT industry and I have worked in different domains within the IT industry. For the past 10 years, I have been actively training participants at corporate level on Microsoft.NET technology, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, jQuery, Angular, even SQL Server, Oracle. Some of my clients include corporates like Trians Holdings, Lowe's, Accenture, Wipro, L&T Infotech, Hexagon, and so on and so forth. So today we are going to talk about the language integrated query, and I'm going to take a couple of examples over here. So I have Visual Studio already opened up for you guys, okay? And if you take a look at my Visual Studio code, you would observe over here that this system.linq is already included. Now, what we need to understand over here is that when you talk about the LINQ, which is language integrated query, why this language integrated query has come into the picture. So we have different sources, data sources, okay? So I have arrays, I have lists, okay? I do have classes and objects. I do have databases. I have XML. Now, so far, we have been working on these segments that is arrays, lists, classes and objects, databases, XML. We were using our own code, and for each of these data source, you would write up different type of code. But with the .NET Framework 3.5's introduction, the LINQ was brought into the picture. So what is LINQ? First of all, LINQ, as the name suggests, it is language integrated query. Okay, now what does it mean? It means basically all your code that you're writing, that will be part and parcel of C#, and C# is the one which is going to parse it for you. It is going to compile it for you. So if there are any problems, you'll get to see those particular problems at the compile time itself. So you don't have to wait all the way till the runtime to see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, so you can directly make use of this LINQ query and you can start playing around with it. Now, how does this LINQ work over here? Let us understand that. First of all, LINQ is a combination of multiple features of C# 3.0 language enhancements. You have properties, you have extension methods, generics, anonymous methods. Okay, so all these collectively, help in constructing the entire language integrated query. Let's take a look at one small example quickly. So if supposing I am declaring a list of integer values, so I just say list of integer and I just say elements is equals to new list, and I'm initializing the values over here itself. So I say 10, 20, 30, 40, 11, 21, 31. Now, this is a kind of an array. This is a kind of a list collections, okay? And what I'm trying to tell you over here is when I have to read the data, whatever code I'll be writing over here, the same kind of a code I can use it when I'm playing around with the databases as well. So if I have to read all the elements, then what I need to do is I have to write a query, and the query would look like this. So I say where all elements is equals to from. So the query starts with the keyword called from rec in elements select. Now, if you are coming from the SQL Server background, you would observe that whatever I've written is pretty much what you generally write in a regular SQL statements. Okay, only thing is the entire format is slightly different. The from comes first, the select comes last. Okay, so that's how it has been devised. Now the all elements variable has become of type I enumerable. That means you can iterate through it and you can get it printed. So I can just use a for each loop, and I can say where are in all elements, and I can go ahead and get this information printed. Right. So now, if you see this part, this query, this is what we term it as the LINQ, language integrated query. That means within the C#.NET or the VB.NET, you got all these things added, and thereby, if in case you are committing any mistake, it will show you then and there itself. So you don't have to, wait for the entire application to run and check for the error messages. Okay, now let me run this particular piece of program, and here we go. I just go to click, I just say F5, and there we go. So it's compiling it. It's compiling it, and build has started. There we go. So now you would be able to see all the values that the user has entered in that particular variable, in that list. So it has printed all the elements in the order in which they were saved. Now, what is the best part of the LINQ? I'll just give you a very quick example, very good understanding. If I want to print all these elements in the ascending order, I can just put a simple order by clause, and I can just say order by the variable rank. Okay, thereby it will automatically print all the elements in the ascending order. So you don't have to do any kind of you don't have to write a separate algorithm over here in order to sort this data. Okay, all this information is already available in the language integrated query, and all it requires you to do is utilize it wherever you want. That's it from my end. Thank you guys for listening to me, and have a great day.